What would you do if you had no fear?
Quit my job.
Skydive. Take my girlfriend out on a date.
Go live in Italy.
Go on roller coasters.
Become an actress.
To go out to the Everest.
According to Google, fear is the #1 thing that's holding the absolute most people away from pursuing their dreams.
Usually my fear has to do with what other people think of me.
I'm scared.
Terrified of free falling.
It's just a very unstable career, and I think that scares me, like just not knowing if it's gonna work out.
And because of that, the last few years I've been asking myself,
What would I do today if I had absolutely no fear? And usually when I do things that I'm fearful of, scared of, that's when I get out of my comfort zone, I widen my perspective, and miracles happen. So today, I'm gonna ask people on the street what they would do if they had absolutely no fear, and we're gonna see how it goes. I don't know if anyone's gonna want to chat with me, but it's like that fear of judgment.
And what if they judge? Like nothing's happening.
Can I ask you a question? No. Okay. Can I ask you a question? Okay. No, but can I ask you guys a question? No. Okay. No? No? I'm wondering how many rejections we're gonna get. Right person's coming to us.
This morning I'd asked myself, what would you do if you had no fear? And the answer that came to me was go to Hollywood Boulevard and talk to some strangers and hopefully help someone become more aware of what's actually holding them back from living their absolute best
You
life.
had no fear. What's something you would do?
I will study designing.
That's amazing. Have you had that passion for a long time?
Quite some time.
What has held you back from doing that in the past?
I actually study IT.
So could you switch?
Yeah, maybe I think.
What could you do this next week to take action on doing that?
Maybe register on online course.
I love that. Are your friends going to keep you accountable to doing that?
Yeah.
That's amazing to do that. That's so exciting. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I would just drop my thing, just go and live my life and travel. I would just go in Europe.
but why is this important? Why do we have to challenge ourselves in this way? One thing I know for certain is that we all want success in life. But what is success really?
What's your definition of success?
People I love around me. Happiness in your heart.
Realizing your dreams.
Happiness?
Happiness. This.
This? Being on the stars?
I guess, yeah.
Anything a person deems right for himself or herself, that is success.
Be happy.
To have a fruitful life, believing in God, and going to heaven.
Be happy.
Just being happy. If you have what you want, then you're happy, so then you're successful.
Dallas Cowboys all day.
Dallas Cowboys.
And envy of your growth.
Happiness.
The life.
The life. Love it.
So I guess the first step is figuring out what does success look like for you, because otherwise you're going to continuously strive for this version of success that maybe society or your family has put on
If you had absolutely no fear, what would you do?
I think I would just do everything that comes to my mind. Like every impulse I have, trust my gut with whatever I feel in the moment.
I love so that. So you kind of want to start a YouTube channel.
Yes. The thing is that I'm an actress and I don't want to take away any time and effort.
And how many hours a day are you doing acting?
I guess like 4 hours a day, probably.
For the rest of the time of the day, do you think you could take aside 2 hours a day and you spend that on just starting shooting some stuff and creating YouTube videos and like slowly get started that way? Would those 2 hours take away from your acting?
Probably no. I think I could. I think the thing is that I think, oh yeah, I'm just gonna film here and there, and then I'm not persistent. But I think if I don't know, do you make plans? Do you like write down what you need to do?
Yes, I like to create like goals, like long-term goals, and then down to monthly goals, weekly goals, and then every day I'm like, okay, today this is what I have to get done, and I write a to-do list in order of importance, and then like once if like let's say I have 10 things on my list, but I just finished the first 3 things, I know that I still completed like the most important things. Yeah. So if yours is like the 4 hours of acting, and then the second thing on your list is like 2 hours of prepping for a YouTube video or filming, do you think you would want to start doing that?
Yeah, but I'm like, what is holding me back is the question.
What is holding you back?
Maybe laziness? I'm not sure.
I'm lazy often when I have to start something, for sure. What would it take for you to make that move, that jump?
To make that move, I think I need to save up a little bit of money.
Would it be worth the sacrifice, you think?
I think it's worth it. Yeah, I think it's worth giving it a try.
So what's one thing you could do this week to take an action towards it?
I don't know, we are going to Las Vegas next week. Some good bet in the casino.
So if you win the money, you're gonna go?
Let's see, we'll try.
I think it's my family, because I love them, my friends and my boyfriend too, back home. So yeah, and the money too. I'm scared.
Are you working towards acting right now? Is there something you could do that maybe you aren't doing yet?
Honestly, probably stop my fear from auditioning and just start auditioning for things, probably.
What would be your first step you could take this week to go towards that?
Hang out with my friends that are in it, like, and get good advice and really talk, network, really.
I love that. Are you gonna do that? Are you gonna reach out to a few friends that you could do that with this week?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
It really is so important the people we surround ourselves with, because we become our surroundings. And even if you don't have anyone close to you, I think that just listening to podcasts, reading books, just being surrounded mentally, watching YouTube videos of people who are doing that thing that you deep down want to do, it will change the game. For me, at least, it has. So I love that she is gonna do that this week.
If the thing that you would do if you had no fear was to get in the best badass shape of your life, then today's sponsors is gonna be for you. We all know nutrition is so important if we want to get in shape, and Factor can help you reach your goals through nutritious and purposeful eating. Factor offers keto, calorie smart, vegan, and chef's choice, and veggie options, which include seafood, meat, and plant-based meat. I already had the spaghetti bolognese this morning, but this one is the chili braised shredded pork. And it's so easy. There's no meal prep or anything included. All you do is that you take your Factor, you pop it in the microwave, and then snap, you got yourself a delicious high protein meal. This one's the calorie smart option. My kind of vibe, you know? So as you can see with Factor, there's no prep, there's no mess, and it just takes away all that guesswork of what should I eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner. With Factor, we got all the benefits. Voila! I've been podcasting and shooting all morning, and now I'm about to go to Hollywood and try to ask people this question, and so it just helps me that this meal is prepped and ready for me to enjoy. Really freaking delicious. Flavors are absolutely incredible. And that was even without the sauce. Factor makes it super easy because you can adjust your meal size if you want to skip for a week or if you want to enjoy with some loved ones. Head over to go.factor75.com/Pranola60 to use my code Pranola60 and get 60% off your first Factor order. Go.factor75.com/Pranola60 to use my code Pranola60 and get 60% off your first Factor order.
I'm standing in the way of doing it because I'm scared that I'm gonna be rejected.
From who?
True. I cannot lose anything. I can only gain.
You have nothing to lose.
I have nothing to lose.
This is exciting. We're gonna start a YouTube video.
Do I need to buy a camera now?
No, you can use your phone. Oh, literally, yeah. Anyone out there listening, like you should, if that's something you've been wanting to do as well, like ask yourself, if I took a time, just 1 hour a day, 30 minutes a day to start like this thing, would it really take away from the other thing I'm doing, or would it just take away 30 minutes from your Netflix or social media scrolling or whatever, right? Like I feel like
you're so right.
It's the same with working out. When people say like, I don't have time to work out, it's like really being honest with ourselves. It's okay if we don't prioritize that, but is it really because we don't have time, or is it because we're not willing to take away that time from social media or Netflix, right? It's like just being honest with ourselves, I think, is so important. And I'm like the biggest liar to it to myself, and I have to catch myself in these lies because I do it all the time.
How do you feel when you have like a camera and you're walking around? Like I was thinking like, okay, for example, if I vlog in my gym, like isn't that embarrassing?
It used to be, but now I've done it so much that it's like literally people are just thinking I'm the biggest freak in my gym. Like regardless of what gym I go to, they just think I'm a freak.
How do you not care?
I just like, will I continue to be scared what people are gonna think of me, or do I really want to make this like my career and not give a frick? Because if I keep caring, I'm not gonna get anywhere. That was like an ultimatum I had to give myself.
Oh my God, that's the question. What would you do if you weren't scared of other people's opinions?
Your friend wants to skydive this week. Are you gonna go with him?
Hell no, I don't jump out of perfectly good airplanes.
Can you keep him accountable though?
Yes.
Awesome, go you. So are you gonna do it?
Ask me in like 3 years.
Okay, I'll ask you in 3 years. Thank you. You had absolutely no fear. What's something you would do?
Dance here, I guess.
Let's do it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot. 1, 2, 3.
10,000 females, 10,000 men, they have 20,000 different DNAs. That is 20,000 ways of looking at success.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you. Today I got rejected like so many times, and it's like, I didn't die. Like that's fine. I'm fine, right? Maybe some people laughed at me, thought I was a weirdo, but like it's no bigger deal than that. I learned, I grew. Now I'm gonna be more bold next time I go up to people, right?
You're not gonna be scared anymore because you already felt it.
Yeah.
You knew what it was like.
Both learned so much today.
Oh my God.
What a great day. Do you know that you can do anything that you put your mind to?
I do, and you guys can too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for motivating us all.
Yeah.
We need that. We need that.